Good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Elway. I'm the HR supervisor here at Winnebago Casino and Resort. At this time, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out this morning. At this time, I want to introduce Winnebago Tribal Council member Mr. Larry Prayer to lead us in a blessing this morning.
Excuse me, it's Mr. Larry Prayer. Let us turn to our Creator. Our gracious Heavenly Father, come to you on this day. Come to you, Heavenly Father, to bring special blessings. What directions to all of the people that are coming for directions to come to the circle to be with us. We ask you, Heavenly Father, to send special blessings to the many needy people that are handicapped. For our less fortunate than all of us, we don't tell you. We ask you, Heavenly Father, to be with us this day, to lead and guide and direct us. We ask you, Heavenly Father, to send special blessings to many of our men and women who serve our country, especially to those who are alone with their Heavenly Father. Send a special comfort to them, Heavenly Father. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thanks, Larry. At this time, I'd like to call up Tribal Council Chairman, Mr. John Blackhawk.
Good morning, good morning. I'll try to make this brief because I know you're all hungry and we got some good things to eat, so we'll move to that quickly. I have a prepared statement for me, and I'm going to try and just paraphrase from that. But I'm not real good at reading these statements. I don't know why, but I just have to practice about 15, 20 minutes. And I didn't have 15 or 20 minutes. But I guess quickly, we wanted to come together with the media and to kind of tell our story a little bit, but to also say thank you. That was one of the things that we realized early on. To begin with, I guess the story can be told by many people. And today I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give one of the things that I benefit from is they say, Chairman, you had a real good idea with these ducks and this and that. And as the chairman, I get a lot of credit, but that's really undeserved. I'm one of 9 who participate in this governing body. And it's not necessarily my idea. But again, on the flip side, I get the blame for many things too, so I can live with it. But in recognizing that, we do have, and I am very, very proud of this council because we're elected, and so I'm going to extend some time to them to share some of the thoughts that they have, because they do have some good insights, and they do work pretty hard in trying to not only work with the casino, but with the many, many projects that we have to deal with as a tribe. We're dealing with education, we're dealing with detention, we're dealing with Indian child welfare, we're dealing with law enforcement, we're dealing with Indian health service. So those are just some of the issues that we have to deal with. So I want to extend some time to them. I know they have some insights, and they can go on for an hour or for 5 or 10 minutes, however long they want to go. But very, very quickly, I guess one of the things that we learned quickly is that one thing is that as the leader, one of the things I thought in the back of my mind is, yeah, we can do these berms and we can do a few of those things. The river's not going to get here. It's over a half mile away. Well, unfortunately, I was wrong. It just kept coming and coming and coming, and pretty soon it was here. But in the midst of that, we all kind of go through crises. But the nice thing is we were just a little bit downriver in that, this hit Sioux City a little bit before it hit us. And the nice thing, and I think the thing that really motivated us is that we had a number of employees that asked for time off to go to the Tyson Center, to go to South Sioux, to do the sandbagging, and also to help their colleagues and other people who needed that kind of assistance. So that was the immediate prep that I think motivated us to say, well, we need to take care of ours as well. And we had people who volunteered, the majority of employees, I'd say 90% of them, and the other 10% that didn't were working. Or had other issues that they had to contend with. They had to do sandbagging at their homes. And so as we went through this difficult process, one of the most difficult things I think for for the casino, for the employees, was when we actually had to close the doors. You know, because I thought, no, there's some way we can do some things. But what we did, we had to close the doors, and one of the nice stories, I think, is there was a gentleman that came here, an older gentleman that came here, that drove up as we were shutting down, as the water was crossing the road, and he was here to have some entertainment, to enjoy himself. He said, "You're closing down, what for?" "Well, can I just stay in here for a couple hours or whatever else?" Well, he didn't know that in a couple hours the whole road was going to be covered with water. But that was the mentality, and that was, I think, to me, part of the motivation is our clientele and our customers enjoy themselves here. And we don't make it just about gaming. You know, it's not, we're going to take all your money and throw you out. It's about, as we come to learn throughout this process, it's about family. And that is one of the lessons learned for us as we came together to try and not only do the sandbags and do this and that, but there was a number of other things that needed to be done. There was bills that we had to pay, there was vendors that we had to deal with, and our staff did a tremendously good job of doing that. We have a vendor that I know of from Des Moines who delayed the payments that we have to make to him because he knew of this difficult situation that we're in. In the Siouxland area, even though there was a little bit of negative things that went on with the casino, generally speaking, the calls were like 10 to 1 in favor of this casino. You know, what are you guys doing? When are you guys going to be back open? And then again, the tremendous response we had when we brought on board the Ducks. You know, there were people here that were very, I would call them very, very loyal customers. One lady, I can't think of her name, but she was here when the doors opened some years ago, back in '94. And she wanted to be the first one to be back to the casino when the Ducks opened. And she openly shared that. And so it was that type of relationship that we have with the community, that type of a lesson that we learned that really kind of forced us to do something, to say thank you to some of the people. We have the Chamber of Commerce, who is always out here when we do anything. They've always been very, very supportive of the things we do. We have the relationship that we have with the County Board of Supervisors. You know, I've growing up, and I'm becoming one of the senior council members, but growing up as a young council member, you know, the city or the county board, I've known many of them, George Boykin and Mr. Clausen, known them for years and years. And so it was kind of a natural that we would have to work with them, even though I think it was a difficult time for them. And so we wanted to come together to say thank you to our vendors, to the Siouxland area, and to get that out as a message. And so we wanted to invite all of you here to do that. And at this time, I think, as I said, I want to extend some time to our council members for any insights or thoughts that they have. And our treasurer is here, and she's dressed up really nice, so I'm going to get her up here first. Sarah Snake.